All right. Hold on. Let me put my earpiece on because you know how that go. Hold on. Let me do something else to make sure my money right on this, y'all. But yeah, man. People pissing me off. Yellow. All right. Here we go. Got that. All right. Let me go ahead. Boom. Done. Let a few of y'all join up. Then we start up. Boom. Done. All right, jumping back on here with y'all. Let's see who on here. Cap artist, what's good? Don't ask me why I'm squinting. I ain't got my glasses. No, I don't care, man. I can still see. Leave me alone. I don't feel like it today. I ain't in the mood, man. That goes for you, Shock Talk. You know what I'm saying? I know you about to grind me up. I don't care, bro. I don't care. I'm ignorant. That's why. You know what I'm saying? Hattie, what's up? Larrell B, what's good, man? See you too, bro. Jazzy Jeff, what's good? Hold on, let me make sure Jasmine can jump on here too. I'll let her know. All right. All right. Yeah. So what we gonna do is because everybody on Twitter keep talking to me like I'm crazy, like I just make shit up on the fly. Y'all know that I don't. So what we gonna do today is we're gonna go through film, not only old film. I'll do that last because people say Micah Parsons is not a linebacker. What is he then? I don't know what he is. He's not a defensive end solely. You know what I'm saying? But what we're gonna do is go through the film of the game, which will piss some of you off. You know what I mean? I haven't finished. I haven't finished breaking it all down, so you guys will just have to watch what's going on behind the scenes. So we'll do that first, and then we'll go through. We'll go through the old film. All right, hold on. Do I have the right joint? Yeah, I do. Testing, testing, testing. All right, let me turn this up. All right, so we'll go through this game film, and then we'll go through some old film of some players who maybe could help us out. We might have some help on the way. It doesn't make sense. So before we even get into it, let's go philosophy wise, man. And I see a lot of y'all in here. I don't want to get too deep into the shout outs because I got to go pick up my daughter in like 2 hours, and I know I get long winded. So bear with me on this one. All right. I know y'all wanna rap, man. I know I've been rapping on Twitter a lot. So let's hear this, right? I can understand if you put the linebackers that we're talking about at linebacker and they screwed the pooch versus the run, then I would understand. You know, I would understand if the linebackers that you have playing are playing at such a high level that you can't even understand or justify taking them off the field. I would understand that too. Then it's like you just got too many linebackers. But what I can't understand if I'm Dan Quinn or if I'm looking at this Cowboys team objectively is how you have guys who are not playing well at the linebacker position, who, in fact, one of them, in fact, was not drafted, number one, not drafted high at his own position, and is not a linebacker and is undersized. Now he's playing, this guy's Marquise Bell. This is not an attack on Marquise Bell because everybody, the reason I didn't want to put the film out early is because I said I don't like to do hit pieces. Y'all know that. The players, I respect them just like I respect any fighter that gets in the ring and puts his body on the line. I respect any player that does that as well. So I'm very reluctant to criticize players with film on a national level because I'm starting to understand how wide that goes, and I'm not here to kick a guy, so to speak, when he's down. No pun intended. But when there is a philosophy or schematic issue, it has to be pointed out. It has to be addressed. And if you don't address it, you look crazy. So Marquise Bell is a fifth or sixth round draft pick at safety who was redshirted last year, who I like. I like a lot at safety, as a box safety, as a backup for Wilson, as a backup for Curse, or as a replacement for Curse. Fine with those things. If you had my argument be, hey, why is Marquise Bell playing for Curse? Why is Marquise Bell playing for Wilson? That would be an okay argument to have. But what I cannot understand is how Marquise Bell and Clark, who have proven to be finesse linebackers, they're coverage linebackers. They are. They're okay. Well, Bell, I would say, is pretty good at coverage or okay at coverage, and so is Clark. They got roasted by actual receiving running back the other day, though. It wasn't just the run game. He was running routes and routing those guys up too. So if your argument for keeping them on the field is coverage, then they better be covering lights the fuck out, which they did not. That's a problem. Then you have, and now see, Clark is a second round talent playing linebacker. Did we get him in a second or did we get him in a third? I don't remember. But he's a second round talent before his neck injury. You know, he is. He's not playing like the LSU Clark, though, but he's playing more like LV right now. And I see why. It's neck injury. And he was limping the entire game. You know why? Because they was beating this man up, man. It's beating him down. You know what I'm saying? So when I see that on film, it makes me wonder, what the hell are we doing? What are we doing? Get what I'm saying? Now, that if we didn't have linebackers on this team in preseason, i.e., Jabril Cox and Harper, if we didn't have them on the team, I would understand rolling these guys out here like that. I would understand why we look like this. We need to draft some linebackers. We lost Overshawn, and then we cut Devin Harper and Jabril Cox to keep LV and these guys. Okay, LV gets hurt. We go get Rashaan Evans. Rashaan Evans is a first-round draft pick, top 20. Micah Parsons is a first-round draft pick. Before you say he's not a linebacker, he was drafted in the top 10 as a goddamn linebacker, not as a defensive end. We did not discover that he could pass rush until he was already here. So they knew they needed to go get a damn linebacker, and they did that, and a damn good one. He's top 3 at linebacker. He's top 8 right now as a pass rusher. He's 8th in the league in sacks. Probably number 1 in pressures, though. Okay? So Micah Parsons, and I'll say this again, is not a defensive end. And he's not a linebacker either. He's both. In order to get both out of him, you only can do that at linebacker. You can't get linebacker play from a defensive end. But you can get pass rush from a linebacker. I don't need to keep saying this. So for those who think that he can't pass rush or we won't have any pass rush ability with him in the middle of the field, I'm not one of those guys. I'm not one of those guys who think that I know more than everybody in the locker room. You know, so before anybody says, "Oh, you know everything," no, man. But I got questions that ain't being answered. I got shit that I see on film that make no goddamn sense. I know that if I can figure something out in my studio, then you should be able to figure it out in the damn facility as a coach. I know that. That's just common sense. So I am pissed off with the way we handled the run. And I wasn't even as mad watching the game. I was watching the game. I was like, this is crazy. What's going on? Watching the film, though? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That's going to hurt your feelings. That's going to hurt your feelings, man. That's going to hurt your feelings. I'm telling you, man. It's bad. It's bad. We say, what Shady say? It's ass. I mean, ass. And it's not the defensive tackles. They gave it, oh, man, well, what's going on with Mozzie? Mozzie ain't doing nothing wrong. I don't see no problems with his game. I don't see no problems with Osa either. You know what I'm saying? And then you have some defensive ends. I'll say DA jumps out of position sometimes. I'll say Sam Williams jumped out of position a few times on the edge. That happened. And that's going to happen in games. But that was not the problem. That was not the problem. It's real simple, man. And let's jump into it, man. But the good news before I do that is other teams are going to watch this film and decide that they want to attack us the same way. So at least you know how they coming. But what you going to do about it? And what I heard from Quinn, who I respect wholeheartedly, whether I don't know if he's being, kind of cryptic or if he's being serious, but I heard a lot of, we just got to play our ball. And that's no, man. No. It was very easy to see what was happening. And they didn't put the defense in position to win. It's like, you guys even play Madden, right? Would you try to stop a heavy run team out the nickel the whole game without blitzing at that? without crowding the line of scrimmage at least? No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't even do that. My 12-year-old wouldn't do that. You know, he wouldn't. And that's pun intended on that one, but he wouldn't. All right. So without further ado, let me pull this up. Give me a second. I'm going to go into the film and we're going to look at it and we're going to see what the hell is going on. Because I don't understand. I don't understand. Oh, man, please don't tell me that I erased that whole project. That's going to piss me off. Come on, man. Local projects, recent projects. Let's see. I think I erased it, man. This is ridiculous. Open project. That's the only project here. Can't be, man. Hold on. That is crazy. Damn. Where is Woo? I gotta be here, man. I know I fucking put it out here. Well, either way, I know where the film is at, so I'm just gonna pull up the goddamn film then. It's cool. This is crazy. I erased it by mistake or something. It should have been up here as my recent, but that's what happens when you use a new app, man. That's bad. Bad for business. Let me change these settings. And we just gonna watch the film raw. I don't get none of my breakdowns. Y'all saw me starting the breakdown. I put it on Twitter, but it's not here. I don't know what's going on. I'll find it later. I ain't got time to find it while we live though. So we're just gonna go with the film raw and uncut, man. Let's go. All right, we move some things around here. Matter of fact, I don't even need this because I ain't editing or cutting it anyway. Watch this. Let's do it a different way. Don't save. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Boom. All right, let's go here. All right, yeah, that's even better. All right, boom. Expand that. Switch back to online. Boom. All right, let me present this and we good to go. Share screen. There we go. Share that. Boom. All right, yeah, y'all can see that, right? All right, make sure everybody can see. Let me blow this up a little bit more, and we good to go. We're gonna press play on this joint. Y'all can see that, right? Everybody good. Everybody good. Good. All right, 70 of y'all in here. Some of y'all got jobs, so y'all had to catch it later. All right, cool. All right, we back. I don't know what happened with my film that I was editing. I'm tired of this computer, to be honest. I'm about to upgrade it again. This is brand new graphics card and everything, but hey, gave me some problems. So let's do it though. All right, first play, you'll see they came. I think this is the pass play. Let me see. Now this is a run play. Okay, so this play I already put on Twitter. You guys saw this. Now you pay attention. Micah Parsons is going to crash the B gap. Now, right before the play started, you see over here to the left, Clark was spread out wide due to the motion of Diggs. Right. When you look at this picture right now, okay, where the numbers are for the Cowboys, this is why it's a schematic issue. Where the numbers are and the strength is for the Cowboys. Number one, if this position from the running back being to the right of the right of the quarterback, he's not running an outside zone towards D-Law. We know that from the rip. D-Law don't need this much help either as far as the alignment goes because he is the anchor of our run stopping line. Osa's being double teamed because they want to. If you were going to run an inside zone, you want to get space here. Mozzie's, single blocked right now. He's squared up, two gapping. Micah's going to crash the B gap. But when you look at this alignment, where would you run with the ball? It's obvious where they're going with the football. And as a linebacker, just with linebacker sense, Bell being either having the sense or the ability to overcome this center who's going to reach out. The center's going to reach, block him, and seal him off. Now, D-Law sees this seal and darts across the line of scrimmage. But mind you, this is not D-Law's play to make. This is Bell's play to make and or Clark's play to make. And look where your line, or Parsons' play to make. Look where all three are right now. They're spread out all over the place. Now, D-Law, if he wasn't playing hero ball on this play, would have been destroyed. This play would have been a big play if D-Law didn't do what he did. Watch it again. D-Law doesn't do what he does. This is a big play already. First play of the game. D-Law, boom. So they see this. They know, okay, well, we could have popped one there. We're going to do it again. You know what I'm saying? Here, if you look at the top of the screen, you'll see Diggs is in the backfield, but this is how you know their game plan was to use the running back. And the reason I say I'm just a YouTuber, but when you watch Skywalker Still, shout out to Skywalker Still, A to Z Sports. When you watch his film and the video that we did prior to this game, we specifically pointed out James Cooks and the way they used him since they fired their old offensive coordinator. They use him as a receiver too. He's in the slot right now, bunch formation in the slot, and this is where they're trying to go with the football. Look at the top of the screen. Look at the rowdy runs. They're running post patterns with a running back, okay? And throwing to the flat to their receiver. That shows you who they were trying to go after early and often in the game. They got Diggs in the backfield, and they got Cooks out here running post pattern, okay? To the left of the screen. You see that? That lets you know they were trying to set the tone with him from the rip. It wasn't just we figured out we can run and now we're doing it. You know, they were doing that from the rip. When you look at this play here, right? This is why it's a schematic issue. Okay, stop. Okay, right now, even if they wanted to run an inside zone or run an outside zone or run a counter, there's nobody behind the front line. Nobody behind the front line. So you got 4 down linemen, right? Micah at nose tackle, or sort of like 3 tech. Micah at 3 tech. You got Osa at like 4 tech, so you know some sort of stunt coming. They can see that. But look at this field. Just look. Right now, luckily, just off the alignment, it's fucked up. But when you look to the right, you'll see Chauncey over here, right, by himself. So you know there's a stunt coming back his way, which is cool. But if Chauncey doesn't play, a little bit more, if he isn't as athletic as he is, this is a big play because you're daring a running quarterback to run. There is no spy. Watch this. You're daring him to run. Pause. Look. Now, Chauncey just going to get rid of his man and get over the top of this. And I don't think Allen knew that Chauncey can move like that. But if Chauncey just does his job here and just gets held up right here, it's a big play. There's nobody there other than Chauncey to stop him. Get what I'm saying? Here, all of the flips that you're going to see. And I don't know. Let me know if Jazz jumping out, I ain't going to see her. Let me see. Because I gave out the link to a few folks. But yeah, hold on. Boom. Here we go. So you can't say the defensive tackles ain't balling, right? Or ain't playing. When you see this happening, watch this. Boom. Flip. Why you think they flipped? Why do you think they flipped? Okay, because of numbers, okay? They were on this side, right? You see on this side of the field, on this side of the center, right? If you go down a diagonal, you see in the box or creeping into the box, you'll see Wanye. You see J-Rock over here standing here over the tight end. You see Micah standing up. You see Clark over here in his gap, and you see Mozzie, okay? So they got strength. Defensively, they say, oh, he got strength to this side of the field. We're not going to run an inside zone over here or outside zone over here. So they flip it. It's common sense. Why? Because you got the new guy, Brown, here, who's okay. You got DA over here, and you got Little Bell. They chose to run at Bell almost the entire game. And that's what the flips were. They're either running at Osa or Bell or Micah. And if Osa, Bell, and Micah are on the same side versus the other side being Mozzie and D-Law and Clark, They're going to run to the small side. That's common sense. Common sense. The only time they ran inside zone is when they saw Chauncey and Osa in the middle of the field because they got a small box. They can, all right, we're going to run in the middle of the field. Right now, you can't say those safeties are in the screen, but they're not in the box. They're 15 to 20 yards off the ball. So you have a 6-man, you could call it a 7-man box, even though we know that if Curse is occupied, Curse is playing man. So you really got a 6-man box. But we could just say 7, still not loaded, but it's okay because they spread and they're in shotgun right now, right? But count the numbers: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They got 7 up front, so it's 7 on 7 if you count Curse as a box defender. So it's 7 on 7, hat on hat. But we already know the back end. So Clark and Parsons aren't even going to be in on this play because you know they're pulling, so they're going to get numbered. Not only do they have hat on hat, 3 on 3. That's my brother. My brother keep calling while I'm on live, and he in jail. Hold on a second. Let me tell him I'm on live. My bad, y'all. He can't call. I can't call him back. Let me tell him I'm on live. It's a jail call. My bad. Yo, Brody, you keep calling me while I'm on live, bro. Can you call me back in like 2 hours? I don't know if you get more phone time. You got more phone time? Yep, I wanted to answer because I'm like, this nigga gonna think I'm like rejecting his calls and shit. Like, no, just call me back in like 2 hours. All right, bro. All right, bro. All right, my bad. All right, so listen. They're going to run small each time, right? So watch this play. Let's watch. Boom. Now pause. Let me go back a little bit. Boom, my bad. That was too far. Same play. We're going to pause. Now see the flip. And not only did they get the flip, but they got Bell even further out of position. So watch this play. So they're going to crash down on Mozzie, double team. They're pulling out here, all right? So they already got hat on hat outside. They're pulling into this gap, and they're going to try to seal, which they're going to get because they got him to move out of his gap, but they're going to seal Bell here. So now it's just one-on-one. Running backs love this. It's one-on-one with you and the safety. And Micah and Clark are playing contain. Your best pursuit defender, Micah Parsons, is playing contain. One of y'all, well, if it's not Micah, then one of y'all need to be pursuing on the back end, right? Watch what both of them do. Boom, boom, boom. They both back here watching Allen. So now front side of the play. Let's remember numbers count. Front side of the play, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on 4 front side. So 5 on 4 front side. See what I'm saying? There's no way you succeed as a defense with this unless you have overachievers playing in those positions who have to play now hero ball. And then you got an undersized linebacker that got to deal with a 340-pound pulling guard at full speed in the gap, right? I don't care if he was just a regular size linebacker. That's still a tall order. But if you're going to play small, meaning you're going to play a non-loaded box, then you have to use the personnel necessary for that. You can't come out with a pass personnel against a box that you're not going to load when they're deciding that they want to run heavily. Boom. That is not on anybody on this field. That's not on nobody on the field. Nobody on the field is at fault for that, in my opinion. Why? Because it's not the right scheme to suit what they're attempting to do to you. Now here, we're crowding the line of scrimmage a little bit better, right? They got numbers on us, but we crowding the line of scrimmage a little better. Let's see what happens. That is a successful run fit. They ain't get stopped behind the line of scrimmage, but look at it again. When you actually use the right personnel for the suited position, even though you got a safety at linebacker here in Wilson, you got a safety at linebacker here in Bell, who I still don't like. You got Clark here, who's going to fit a little bit better. They're actually going to run at Mozzie this time. Mozzie's going to do his job, which is just get some push in the middle of the field, boom, stop his feet, and Clark jumps the right gap and stops his feet and forces a cutback into Osa and Wilson, who are going to fill. Great, cool, boom, they do it, cool. They still pushed the hell out of everybody like they was little boys, though. Let me see. All right, making sure. Making sure. I gotta make sure y'all still watching because my joint be acting funny sometimes. All right, boom. All right, got it. All right, so here's when they attempt to pass the rock, right? This is a pass play. Now here, you see in the middle of the field, there's a rub. So watching the middle of the field, Gilly going to get rubbed out of there. You know what I mean? Which I wasn't mad at. There's a rub coming across the field. Gage is going to rub Gill right there. That created the separation. Gilly, had to close down and make the tackle. It's going to happen, especially when you covering Stephon Diggs and you got that type of separation due to a rub, not due to bad coverage. I'm gonna live with that. I'm gonna live with that. Here we go up front again. Now, let's go back. I'm telling you, they were figured out. I figured them out early in this game, right? Due to the fact that when I see D Law, so you got D Law and you got Nev right here, right? So those are your bigs, right? You got Sam Williams on the backside, you got Osa on the backside, right? You know damn well they not running no outside zone at D Law. They not running at D Law. They never ran at D Law the entire game. So you're not gonna run at D Law, Nev, and Clark because that's size. Where you think they running? They gonna start here, get you to take some false steps this direction, and they're gonna run at your smalls. Now Bell does a better job of undercutting this block this time. Right now he's gonna get under this block, but still, even right here, you see that Allen is holding Bland with just the threat of that RPO. He's holding Bland outside in the C gap, so it's creating space in here. If Bell gets pushed off this ball, this encourages an offense because if Bell doesn't make this play, which he's not going to make, he's going to make this play 3 times out of 10, not 9 out of 10, not 8 out of 10, because he ain't big enough. But if Bell doesn't get under this block here, this is a big play because Clark is worthless in this play. He can't flow over the top of that. He's sitting there watching, right? And then doesn't matter how good Nev is in position. Doesn't matter how good Osa's in position. It doesn't matter. You know why? Because you got 3 guys out of position. You got Bell, who's playing out of position. You got Clark, who's not flowing over the top and getting to this. And then you got my guy, Sam Williams, who crashed the B gap but has no replacement. And let me show you where Sam Williams ends up. So watch Sam. Sam got taken all the way over there because of himself. Let's watch it again. Boom. Watch Sam Williams. Boom. Sam Williams gone. Gone. Car accident. Somebody calling me. Boom. All right. Watch it again. So now let's watch what Bell does and what Clark does. Bell's going to undercut his block and make this tackle. Boom. Boom. But it's still encouraging for an offense because it wasn't an emphatic stop. You're not stopping shit. Boom. All right, you got Micah. Why did they run inside zone? Let's figure it out. Why they run the inside zone? Because you don't have, there's no Mozzie on the field this time. This is Nev. This is Nev and Osa. So you got a small, you small in the middle. You're really small everywhere opposite side D-Law here. And then your linebackers are kind of spaced out. So they know they can create some space here, and they're going to do a good job of it because of spacing. So here to the running back side, right, of the field, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 defenders. You got 3 opposite sides. So he can run an outside zone here. He can run an inside zone here to the left of the defense, to the left side of the defense. Why? Because they don't got numbers over there, and they're not big in the middle anyway. So if you're going to run this type of look, you got to be stout here over the center. You got to have a guy that can soak up a double team and cause a stagnant stop here. Like there's nothing here. Or you got to have 2 guys here that can control at least 4 guys on the line of scrimmage to play small like this. You know what I mean? If you want to play small like this, you got to have 2 guys that can soak up double teams and win, not just soak up double teams and get pushed off the ball or get scraped, right? Watch this. Boom. Good stop, though, based off the stunt. Nev did a good job of getting upfield. Good job, Nev. Nev gets upfield and forces him to stop his feet, and then the linebackers fill. And excuse me, I just swallowed a hair off this microphone. Pause. That was crazy. That was crazy, Darius. You know what I mean? Anyway, also good job by Clark of attacking the line of scrimmage on this play. Let's watch Clark. Clark's going to attack immediately. So boom, him attacking there stops that. He gets under there and he makes the tackle on this play. That's a good rep by both of those guys. Here's a play action here. Micah off the edge. You know, he throws it in the dirt. There's nothing there for him. They wouldn't have been that great if they'd have been forced to pass the entire game. Now here, prior to the start of the play, you tell me where you think they are running. Prior to the start of the play, just off the way we're lined and where D-Law is lined up. Which side they running to, y'all? I guarantee you're right, because it's easy. Oh, that's not the run play. I'm sorry. My bad. Here we go. Now, where they running? Boom. You know it's coming back that way. They are not going. They'll start to his side, but they're never gonna try to run outside of D-Law. They may start that way, but if they start that way, it's gonna be a counter tray to the inside or back towards back towards Micah or one of those guys. Right now, you got, again, the reason they chose the middle instead of the edge is because they're going to choose the lesser of two evils. If you're small in the middle, they're going to run to the middle. If you're stout in the middle, they're going to run to your small edge. They're not going to run to your stout edge at all. That's just obvious. This is obvious. Boom. Because you got Chauncey in there taking on the double team. Chauncey did a good job at taking on the double team, but still, you got Chauncey in there taking on the double team, and they chose to run in the middle of the field. Here we go again. Now, this was 3rd and 4. We're off the field here. So I do give Dan Quinn his criticism, but to his credit, there are 3 drives that they scored on. This is a 3-point drive. They only scored 3 points. They only earned 3 points in this drive. D-Law, starting on this side, D-Law is going to run here. Here, ball's out. D-Law hit him. Roughing the passer. That's great coverage. Wasted defense. Roughing the passer. Giving him a score. That's on D-Law. That's not on Quinn. Boom. Right here. You got your run stoppers out here, and they do their damn job. So here, this is the first time I've seen them align halfway decent. So they're forcing you. This time we did it right. And with the alignment, we got numbers to the small side, which is okay if you got small guys. You got numbers to the small side. So you got Nev over here, you got Clark over here, you got DA over here, you got Curse over here, and you got Wilson over here. So if they run a counter, you running into 5 guys, right? Cool. If they run power to the outside zone or inside, you running at Mozzie, you running at Evans, and you running at D-Law. Force them to run at your strength by shifting your alignment. Here we go. And they did it this time. Look at Mozzie and look at D-Law. They both won their rep, and they made the fucking play. Cool. That's what should be happening almost every play. Force them to run at your strength. Here, this was just small guys behind the line of scrimmage just getting pushed out of there because they did a good job initially here, stopping this initially. But these guys just got pushed out of there after that, man. Boom. They got push up front, and then you got Wilson and Bell and Wanye trying to stop this guy. Now, here's a question though, okay? They're in what, 12 personnel, 13 personnel? They're in 12 personnel. Let me see. They're in 12 personnel. So plus the wide receiver in the box, right? So I understand why Bland is over here in the box. I understand why Wanye is here because he's covering the tight end. I understand why Curse is in here. We got what's his name? Clark here on the edge, and you got Bell in the middle of the field. Now I'm gonna ask y'all, right? Because this is what he's saying when he said the 5-1-5. This is the 5-1-5 defense on goal line at that. Where would you run the ball? Honestly. Not saying that you don't see Nev and Mozzie here, who are going to do a good job here, but you got DA here, right? But where would you run? You got one linebacker back here behind the line of scrimmage. Just one. In a true 3-4, there would be 2. There's one linebacker here. So all you got to do is get past the front line and it's over. Like, where would you run? Get what I'm saying? They ran right at DA. They ain't gonna run at Mozzie and Nev. They ran right at DA and they got in. But you got one linebacker back there to stop that. But again, that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen if if we don't do that passing, that roughing the passer there. So I give that this drive is on, that's on D Law. But schematically, I still don't like what's going on. But they're still on D Law. I showcase this play because I like what I saw out of Wanye coming up. This is what I'm saying. Wanye comes up and he's gonna get rid of that pulling guard and still make the tackle too. Boom. He hits both. I like what I saw there. Wanye came up there and Phil, if you watch again, look at this. Wanye's gonna come up here. Boop, boop. That's beautiful safety play from out there. I like how he came up and filled there. That took some heart. And but you got guys up front who don't want no action. We got guys that I saw on film who didn't want no action. Let's watch everybody else. Now, prior to the start of the play, you can already see kind of where this is going. Okay. Let me see. Oh no, I went too far forward. My bad. Yep. So watch the start of this play. Okay. Before the play start, again, you now, if they were running inside zone or outside zone towards D-Law and Mozzie, that's a no-go. We got numbers to the left, so cool. But we're out leveraged because why? And this is why I argue that Micah and Evans should be a linebacker. Because Micah here on the edge, you could have a guy here like a Chauncey on a running down or on rundowns, or a Sam if you coach him up a little bit better and tell him to play control, or even Fowler can do this. This. I mean, if this is all we're going to get on the outside, and this isn't like Micah can really stop this play. You know what I mean? He gets sealed immediately, but the pursuit that we have, he's our best pursuit guy, and that's what we're asking him to do on a regular basis out there. Okay. Again, this alignment, if they were to run the ball, this alignment, they would run at Osa and Micah and Curse because we're small over here, and Bell because we're small over here. All of your size is in this triangle over here, right? But they're spread out. They're gonna, I think they're throwing the ball on this play. Clark does a good job of blitzing there, and here I pointed this play out because if he gets his head around, this is another opportunity missed. If you pay attention, nobody said anything about this, but that ball hit Bland right in the back. Bland could have intercepted that. That ball hit him right in his back. Boom, watch this. Ball gonna hit him. Boop. Hit Bland right in his back. That's a Bland ball right there. So that was another opportunity for a pick or a turnover that we missed on, where they say that like Buffalo just came out and whooped our ass. No, they didn't. We just were playing like we came out. We don't handle successful. We came out like we knew we were just better, and we're not. We're just better. You just can't line up and just be better. Here, okay, with this split. Let me see what we're doing. I think they're passing here. Looks like a pass formation. Yeah, they're passing. That's good. Stop them again. So that's a stop, right? But what happens right after this? Sam Williams. So that was third down right there. Sam Williams on that 3rd and 4. So Gilly does another good job of coverage on Diggs at that. Sam Williams hits that pump block. I mean, yeah, misses on that pump block, and the rest is history. And here's the next play. Okay. So again, we got 5 down linemen. So this is the 3-1-5. There's only one linebacker. So what are they going to do with the linebacker? Because it's only one. If you had a regular 3-4, we don't need to have an extra safety on the field that damn bad. We don't have to be a nickel that bad. Play some zone sometimes. But we're doing it. Cool. So what they're going to do is move the running back to the opposite side. Why? Because you have some strength over here, right? So they're like, all right, we're going to run. We choose to run at Osa and DA. But they see Evans behind the line. So they're just going to flip the running back. Boom. All right, so we moved Evans out of there. And now we just need to seal Evans off. Boom. And run to the small, run to the daylight. It's common sense. They just beating the scheme. It's not them. They're not beating the shit out of your personnel. They're beating the scheme. Now you got 2 traditional linebackers in the middle of the field, and you're still playing. Now you're playing a true 3-4. This is the first time they're playing a true 3-4, right? Let's see what happens. I don't even know what happens on this play, but let's just see what happens when you actually play a formation that's suited to stop 12 personnel. Let's see what happens. Oh, shit. I wonder why. They stopped them. Oh, man, that's crazy. Because you gave them a front that they can't do shit with. They couldn't choose sides on you because you got, even though I don't like Micah there, I would rather have Micah where Clark is on this play. Evans and Micah in the field. But you can't, you got 3 guys in the middle of the field that's going to soak up most of the blocks. You got 2 guys that are outflanking your edges, and DA and Micah. All they got to do is set the edge and let these 3 guys in here work. You got Brown playing nose. You got Chauncey in, who was a motherfucker versus the run, and he don't have to take up double teams now. And you got Osa in there. So now those 5 guys are going to occupy the line of scrimmage so these linebackers can do their thing. Now watch. Boom. That's how it's supposed to go. That's how it's supposed to go. Look at Chauncey again, man. Chauncey is a motherfucker versus run. Everybody's talking like only one that's playing run defense is D-Law. Look at Chauncey. This ain't even his play to make. Look at that. Chauncey's a motherfucker. I love Chauncey. He's a motherfucker. That's Chauncey's play. Chauncey made that play. Then Evans and Osa came and cleaned it up and got the credit. But Chauncey made the play. Here we go again. Chauncey made that play too. Come on. Let me go back to that. So this is on first down. Let's see what's happening. They don't know what's going on. But again, you got numbers. You got actually good. This is a good formation or good lineup. This is a little spaced out, but they got a good formation to stop the run on this one anyway, because we got numbers spread out across the line of scrimmage, and we got 2 linebackers behind the line. Even though they are going to target Bell, they're not going to be able to get to Bell's level because of Chauncey. Watch what Chauncey does here. Boom. Stop. Get under it. Boom. Beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful play. There's another stop there. I think this is where the punt block happens actually after this play. This is where the missed punt comes from right here. Boom. Because I think it was after Sam Williams did this. That should have been an intentional grounding, I think. He was outside the tackle box and went past the line of scrimmage. He's allowed to throw that ball away. That's not intentional grounding. Okay. So again, what I said was if Bell is in coverage, and that's why you got him out here, and you got Bell and Clark out here for coverage, we can't beat up Evans every time he busts a play in coverage and then watch these guys make bonehead plays in coverage. Because here we go. Let's just watch this again. Okay. There's only one thing in front of you. But it happened. Somebody jumped on. Boom. Here we go. Boom. Crash down here and go make some shit happen. Boom. Nothing. Both Bell and Clark. Nothing. Let me say what's up. Well, we gonna pause for 1 second. Hold on a second. Yo, Jazz, what up though? I can't hear you. Oh, let me unmute you. You muted. You got to unmute your mic. You got your mic muted.
Hold on, let me come back in a second. Like YouTube is still playing in the background and it's fucking with my audio. I'm gonna be back in like
okay.
I'm gonna be back in like a minute.
All right, cool. See you in a second. Shout out to the Bitches Love Sports podcast. All right, I'm jumping back in, y'all. Boom. All right. I can't get over there. Come on, man. Stop playing me. All right, here we go. Boom. All right. Let's try to guess where they're running here. Do you think they're running that D-Law on this play? Is this a run play? This might be a pass play. Yeah, I knew it because it's just nowhere to go with the ball anyway. Yeah. Well, boom. You got to make that tackle. You know what I mean? He was killing us. Here's another angle, I think. No, this is a different play altogether. Now, good play by Evans, but watch this. Boom. Let's watch this play again. All right, so watch what we have here on this side. They actually ran at D-Law on this one, but when I think D-Law crashes inside, somebody has to replace. What's going to happen over here? No, D-Law went out. Oh, he got pushed inside. But when he got pushed inside, this is where Wilson is. Wilson needs to come up and make this play. Watch this. Watch Wilson. Make that play. Where you going? Where you going? Where you Where you go? Come on, Wilson. Where you going? This play is for Wilson to make. He can blow that up. He blows that up. Boom. Good play by Evans to chase it down and make the tackle, but that was Wilson's play to make. All right. All right. I'm taking a break real quick. Hold on. What's going on, Jazz? Take your phone off mute. There you go.
Not
Can
on
you
me.
good. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
You can see like what I'm doing on the screen?
Yeah, it's on my phone. It's a little bit small, but I can see
Okay,
it.
okay, cool. Got you. Yeah, so basically, you already know what I'm going through right now. I'm just going through the film raw and just, talking through everything I'm seeing live. I had this chopped up. I don't know what happened. I got to chop everything up again, but I had it chopped up. I turned the computer off yesterday and it's not saved. I saved it though, but I don't know where it is. I even put pieces of it on Twitter already, silent,
what
like a
what
silent
program are
movie.
you using?
Wondershare Filmora, but never had this problem. I think it's just I got a new computer, and I don't like it. You know what I mean? Shout out
Mm.
to HP Victus, man. The graphics card is beautiful, but I don't like the computer. I'm gotta do it again. Gotta do it again, man. Um, yeah, but so that's basically what I've been going through. I'm going through the scheme and looking at basically some of the shifts and motions that the Bills were doing just to exploit the lack of size that we had out here, man. So if I'm not like on the screen talking, like ask me anything you want, but if I'm not on the screen like talking to you directly, it's because I'm in another box or I'm on another viewpoint. All right. But anything you want, anytime you want me to stop or anything you want me to go back on, just say so. And I'm here. And anything you want to add as well, it's your show. Let's go. All right.
Your show. But yeah, let's do
Oh,
it.
you special guest, so you know what I mean. I got Southern hospitality. Feel me? Hold on a second. Let's see what's happening here. They attacked the line of scrimmage well on this one. I think I like Clark when he's attacking. So Clark actually attacked the line of scrimmage here. You know what I mean? But they flipped to run at Parsons on this one. They were trying to get outside, and boom, Clark made a good play on that one. Clark and Bell made a good play, but they were free to do so. They were free to do so. Let's see why they were free. And nobody really touched them. So good. The front line did their job and made sure that they were running free. Let's see what happens on this play. And they actually ran an outside speed option on D Law on this play. That surprised me. Well, that's because D Law isn't out there. It's Clark outside. D Law's in the B gap. So Clark is outside on this play. And they're going to run right at him. Let's see. Let's see what happens to Clark. Clark runs right by it. Bell gets yoked all the way up the field. Yeah, come on, man. Oh, let me see. Who blocks Bell on this play? Yeah. Bell gets beat by the tight end there. And Wilson makes a hell of a hit. Like Wilson knocked that guy out of the game that play too. Hell of a hit. Here they are passing again. This is a route. They routed up Clark on this one again because everybody when I came at the scheme, they said that the reason that we don't get any Evans and we shouldn't get Evans on the field is because he makes bonehead plays in coverage. But it's not like we got shut down covered guys at linebacker anyway. This is that same post pattern on the opposite side of the field, easy touchdown, and this is after the punt penalty. So this drive itself is on Sam Williams, but this is what's happening. You got Clark out there one-on-one with Cook, and he got cooked, and that's that. Here we go. Back to running to space again. They're just running to space. They're not doing anything special. They're not like this isn't like a super intricate scheme. They're running outside zone, inside zone reads. That's it. But they're running to space and they're running to size. So over here you got Sam Williams, you got Clark, and you got I think this is Nev. I think I can't see his number. But then you run into Osa, Parsons, and Bell. Why wouldn't you run that? Why wouldn't you? Now let's watch what they do on this play. Osa takes it inside, boom. Bell gets knocked out of there, chooses a side and gets knocked the hell out of there. Let's watch it again. Look at that. Boom. Out of there. That's easy. That's not hard, guys. And the reason I got upset with Quinn, and I don't like to publicly criticize Quinn because I do like Quinn, but the reason I got upset is because he said the only problem was we weren't tackling well. And I don't care how well you tackle, this is automatically a mismatch. This circle over here, this is a mismatch. automatic, especially when you're pulling your tackle over there too. It's a mismatch. They were trying to trap back block Micah, but Bell just took his work. Bell took all of his work by jumping to the C gap. Micah's trying. Why are both of y'all in the C gap at that? Okay, look. Micah took the outside shoulder. That is the C gap. Okay. So Micah taking the outside shoulder here. So Micah's on the outside here. He's already in the C gap with his shoulder outside. They're coming to clean his clock anyway. But Bell's supposed to be in here. Osa just crashed into the A. Bell is supposed to be right here. And Clark is supposed to be filling. Clark is getting sealed off here. And Bell is out of position. Boom. And gets blown up anyway. That's the
Piggybacking off
reason.
what you're saying, you want to know one of my biggest issues with him saying the only problem was them not tackling well?
What?
It's like if you want your players to tackle well, like they basically have to be set up to do so. So going back to
Thank
what you
you.
were saying earlier about scheme, and then examples like this one, it's like it's not just a matter of like, okay, well, if they decided to tackle better, they would have been able to do it. As someone who plays a contact sport, if you know you need to tackle but you're not in position to do it, that puts you in a mindset where you end up like either making like wild swings or like big desperation moves. It doesn't
Yep.
put you in a position to like actually tackle with proper technique. So I just feel like putting it all on that one thing is just a lack of ownership, because it's not like
Yeah.
they were
Yeah.
getting
He
to
said those
cook
guys
with.
got to tackle better. He didn't say I got to put these guys in better position to make plays.
Exactly,
He
it's not
said
like they were
those
getting to
guys just got
cooking.
to tackle.
Yeah, it's not like they were getting to Cook in a couple of yards and just like
Yeah,
not wrapping up or hitting him and he wasn't going to the ground. It's like they were having trouble even getting their hands on him in the first place. And so it's like,
ridiculous.
okay, Dan Quinn, why was that even the issue? You know? Because it's like you could say, okay, they should have tackled better. Like, okay, and when they finally got to him, they did, but getting to him was the issue. Stopping him from doing this right here, what you're showing, stopping him
Right.
from doing that was the issue first.
Look,
And I just felt like Dan Quinn didn't address that at all.
exactly.
Anyway, go ahead.
Even
Sorry.
behind the line of scrimmage, there's one
I haven't had a chance
linebacker.
to talk about this publicly yet, so I just have a lot on my mind. And
Oh
like this is
man,
honestly my
me
first
either.
time really watching this film. So
Look
I'm
at
just
this.
like,
Look at this front. They got first off, their smallest offensive lineman is Connor McGovern, who's 315 pounds. And we know Connor McGovern ain't got footwork, but we know when he get his hands on you, he's a motherfucker. Now, look at the right of the line. First off, it's nothing back here other than Bell. That is not scary. I don't care if they did have Mozzie in the middle, which they don't. They don't. You got Micah and Osa in the middle of the field. Okay, so it's either inside zone, but they don't want to run at Micah in the inside because he's a force when he is in the A gap and B gap. Okay, so automatically, I already know that this is a counter, but I saw it, but it still looks like a setup for a counter because you got Sam Williams out here spread wide, so you're not running outside zone towards spread Sam Williams, and they've deterred you somewhat from running that inside zone because Bell is in that gap, and so is Micah, and then you got strength outside Micah with Nev right here. So I wouldn't. Your chances of success running outside or inside zone to any degree is less. So you're going to run a counter, and that's what they do here because you're going to run to Osa and Clark, who are small guys, to be in that position. Clark got just wiped out. They wiped out. But he's not in position anyway. He ain't a defensive end. Neither is Micah. But he got wiped out. He got moved, man, right off the ball. Bell flows over and makes a good hit, but that's hero ball. They had to make a hell of a play to stop that play. But they're
exactly,
winning. They're winning each rep. They're just losing with execution at times. So, but that's why they keep trying it because that was a good rep. Now that's the same drive. So this is the third drive in a row. Now this one is on Mike McCarthy. We say this in the hood. If somebody start running real fast, right? Start moving real quick, we already trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. Why? Because why everybody moving so fast? Now, after this fumble, watch the body language of the Bills after this fumble. Great play by Bell in coverage, because this is where I think Bell is okay. You know what I mean? Great play. But he should be playing where Curse is. He shouldn't be playing linebacker, even in these positions, in my opinion. He's a safety and a good one. A great safety, a good or okay linebacker. Look at the body language. They running all over the place. They trying to hike the ball fast. Timeout. Right here. Timeout. We get the ball back. And now we have the ball back on the 45 if they call timeout. And this is a short field for Dak. And so let's just count this. First drive, they earned 3 points. Second drive, they get stopped. They earn 0 points. We gave them 7 points second drive with that punt block. Third drive, they've earned 0 points. We took the ball away, and we should have had 7 points there. So if anything, the score should be 10-3, 14-3 after this drive right here. And instead, it's 14-3 their way. It should be 14-3 our way because they only earned on film so far in the first half 3 points. That's it. Everything else we gave them. And that's not me being a fan. That's me watching what we did on film. What happened? We stop you, and then we give a penalty up. And that is on coaching and the players because the penalties are on the coaches and the players. That penalty on Sam Williams is not just on Sam Williams. It's on Bones Fossil and the rest of the coaching staff because this might not be popular. I like Sam Williams as a talent, but when we're looking at Sam Williams on special teams, the fact that he can run down as a gunner and can make plays as a gunner is amazing that he's that big and can do that and run like that. Great. He's faster than Sauce Gardner. Beautiful. But he did it in the Carolina game. He had a running into the kicker. That drive, Thielen went down there and killed everybody. Everybody was mad at J-Lou. But that drive got extended after J-Lou made a forced same scenario too. Forced fumble by J-Lou on Thielen and a stop. They punt. Sam Williams runs into the kicker. They go up and score. Okay. That was Carolina. Sam Williams he has one punt block this season. One. But he has a penalty that led to 7 points. And now he has another penalty that led to 7 points and 2 face mask penalties as well. So he has 4 penalties and 1 punt block. So that is diminishing returns, period. There's no way you could say that he's more effective than ineffective anywhere he's been, period. He makes plays, but keep him as a defensive end and let him do that. But him on special teams, you call that play in this game and you call a play to the wild man at that. You know, that's on Bones Fossil and that's on Sam Williams. That drive before that. So that 7 points that you just saw, Cooks cooking, Clark, was on Sam Williams and Bones Fossil, not on Clark, because they shouldn't have been on the fucking field anyway. Okay. This drive here, they shouldn't be on the field anymore after this play because that was a forced fumble. That's on Mike McCarthy and Mike McCarthy alone. That's it. Now you could say, yeah, we still got a defense, still supposed to stop them. The defense just stopped them. So don't tell me what we're supposed to do. Now, right after that, Mozzie gets his first sack. Thank you. Right? Gets his first sack. It's 2nd and 19. Right? 2nd and 19. So we let it go. We didn't get the turnover that we should have had, but we got a good play. Right? It's 2nd and 19. 2nd and 19. Now, pause. Stop. Right here. Automatically, this is no. Why the fuck is J-Rock Curse playing single high safety right now? Why? Why is J-Rock Curse playing single high safety when you got Izzy Mukwamu
I can tell you
and Wanye Thomas on this fucking team? He is not a single high safety in no stretch of the imagination. He has never made a play for this team as a single high safety. Never. And on this play, he shows why. Boom. Okay. Now, let's go back a little bit. Because everybody was like, it's a bad call. No. It's a bad play. Look, boom, right here. Let me go back a little bit again. Let me go back. I'm going to show you. Right about now. Right here, that ball is sailing over the receiver anyway. If J-Rock is watching the ball and playing the ball, he intercepts this ball. Right now. Watch where the ball goes and watch what J-Rock is doing. Ball goes right past where J-Rock was just standing. He intercepts that if he's not paying attention to blowing this guy. Look at the ball. Watch the ball. J-Rock, that's yours. That's your ball if you play the ball. He plays the man and goes to take the guy's head off. That's J-Rock's fault. So they said, oh, it was a bad call. That's a bad play because you don't even need to blow the guy up. Just go for the ball. You get an interception, and then everybody's off your ass. And I can't say nothing about you playing single high safety. That ball was his. Look at that. That's yours. If you play the ball. He ain't play the ball. Here you at single high safety again, though, because we don't learn our lesson. Craziness, man. This is scheme shit. All right. Again. So you got Parsons. Automatically, you know where this ball going, don't you? Don't you? Do you know, Jazz? Where do you think the ball gonna go on this play? Can
I'm
you
not
see
on
the?
that level like you are, so just yeah,
Okay, I'm just
just
gonna
keep
tell you
going.
why. It ain't got nothing to do with scheme. You got your best players standing right next to each other on the same side the running back is on in a zone read look. So you know they ain't running a
Oh,
counter.
that's weird.
You ain't running a
Normally they're on
counter.
opposite sides. Why did they do that?
You ain't running a counter back at Micah Parsons and D Law and Osa. You ain't gonna run a counter back there. Why would you? You got Chauncey on the front side. You got DA over here. You got Clark. They made it very easy. This is very easy shit. Very easy. If anything, you put Chauncey where DA is at. Chauncey where DA is at. You give me Nev right here, and you got a shot. And then you could kind of force some shit if you want. But this is easy. This is easy, guys.
Quick question.
Easy. Go ahead.
Because when you asked me where the ball was going, I didn't realize, like I said, it's on my phone, it's very small. I
Yeah,
didn't
you
realize
good.
Micah and D Law were on the same side.
Yeah.
And I feel like almost every other time they're on opposite sides, which makes all the sense in the world. We've seen how well that works. Why would he all of a sudden put them on the same side like that? Like, what's even the purpose?
I mean, I think he's trying to run some sort of stunt. You know what I mean? He got Micah in the B gap. He wants to get pressure here. But Micah is
Okay.
going to get Micah off ball would have been better here. Like I said, this is why I scream Micah at linebacker. Because if Micah's where Clark is at, this play doesn't happen. And then now you're forcing the lesser of two evils. You're saying you're either going to run at Micah with company over here, or you're going to run at
Right.
D Law with company over here, right? Either way, we're balanced. Like you said, they're on opposite sides. We're balanced and on two different levels at that. Because I don't even like Micah playing contained out here with D Law, where DA is, right? Now watch what DA does on this play. He makes the play. All right, boom. He makes the play. That was good for Da. In the middle of the field, though, let's watch what's happening because there's some mess going on over here. Let's watch what happens here. Boom. Pause. All right. So inside zone. Micah steps into the B gap because he was pass rushing, but he has to break down here, which is fine for him breaking down here, but he can't be aggressive because he has to read this RPO. He has to read is Allen keeping the ball or is Cook getting the ball, right? So that's that split second. You're taking your best pursuit player out of the play. He's your best pursuit player. He's out of the play. Now you got Chauncey and you got Osa in the middle of the field. You got Clark just standing here waiting. But I know he's paused, so it's not like he's just standing there for eternity like I have it. But let's see what he does. Not much. DA gets out there and makes the play along with J. Lou. But bad play there. That was a bad play call. I like this play, but it's a pass rush. But again, anytime I see Micah in the A gap standing up, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with that because you got 4 down linemen with him. I'm okay with that because he can back off. You don't know what he's doing, and he's forcing action, right? So Micah's technically a linebacker right here that's just mugging the line of scrimmage. But so is Curse. He's a linebacker, and then you have Clark over here. So if they're running the outside zone, cool. They happen to be throwing the ball on this play. They don't have anybody spying though, but it was a good play by Micah Parsons to at least get pressure from the middle of the field. Clark gets in there, can't barely bring him down, but he brings him down. I ain't mad at that. That's going to happen to you in the game. That's a okay play call, okay rep. Boom. That's too easy. That's too easy. Now watch this again. Okay, they're going to run it at Micah. Why? Because you got D-Law to the left, you got Chauncey to the left. They ain't running over here, fam. They ain't running over here. You know that before the ball snaps. You got Micah spread out wide 9, standing up though. And then you got Osa playing 3 tech in the middle, right? Then you have J. Lou in the box, I guess, guarding the running back here. And then you got Clark. They do have numbers to this side. So I don't necessarily hate this because you do have numbers over here, but this isn't a passing formation. Okay. They're not in a pass look. We have 7 in the box, right? We got 7 in the box. They got 7 linemen or 7 blockers up front, right? So they got their fullback there. They got their tight end over there. Okay. So, and then they have a huge offensive line. The spacing is my issue, and the personnel is my issue on this play. Because when you see them come out in this personnel, right? Why are we, if they're in basically before the snap, you would think they're coming out in some sort of I formation, right? And this is really like a weak like a weak wing formation. So they just took their fullback and they spreaded him out on the wing almost. So he's still, it's still weak or strong, whatever way you want to look at this formation. Weak eye or strong eye, right? Cool. But when you see that, why would you come out in nickel? Why are you in nickel against a running formation? The formation is wrong. And so this isn't on the defenders, but let's watch Micah Parsons, who they have at defensive end instead of linebacker, and let's watch the linebackers. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's great. See what I'm saying? Micah is doing his job of, I guess, setting the edge, but he's not a run stopper. He's not a run stopper from the edge, man. That's not him. But guess where he can stop the run from? I'm going to show you. Now let's watch Clark. He can stop the run from where Clark is. Clark didn't do much of anything at all. He just soaks up a block and lets the ball go. And then you got little ass J. Lou in there, who takes on a block and still flows to the ball, and he the smallest one over here who's out of position. He ain't even supposed to be the fuck over there. Look at that. Takes on the block, go get the ball. I'm okay with what J. Lou did on this play, but he ain't. That's the wrong personnel. He ain't supposed to be there. He ain't supposed to be there, man. Good play by D-Law on that play. Watch this. Let's watch D-Law on this play. When you got D-Law and Chauncey on the field, chances are, if they opposite side of each other, you're not running the ball that well. All right, let's see. So yeah, D-Law and Chauncey opposite sides of the field. You got Micah and now look here. You got your linebackers on this play. You got your linebackers in Micah, who's really a linebacker, and you got Clark, who's really a linebacker. All right. What are they doing? They're doing what defensive ends are supposed to do. They're fucking setting the edge and playing contain, that's their job in the position that they're in. But why do you have them to do that? And then guess where you're funneling all your traffic? So you're funneling all your action to 14 right now. Okay. For what? He ain't a linebacker. You funnel all your traffic to your best player. You put Micah where everyone has to go, meaning in the middle of the field, and you funnel all your action to Micah. That's just my opinion. Now, this is D-Law playing hero ball, doing a good job of it because he jumps this gap and saves Bell. So he's going to jump this gap, and him stopping his feet here, boom, saves it so that he can't get upfield the way he wants to. And then Chauncey gets to make that play. But why is Micah and Clark setting the edge? Now, again, you looking in the middle of the field here from this angle, you see Clark on the edge. Nobody's scared of that. You see Bell in the middle. They're daring you. Look to the left. If you're the quarterback and you're watching this play, just look. It's nothing but space back there. All you got to do is get a body on these two, and there's space and opportunity based off the way we're aligned. Now, watch all three of them. So watch all three of the guys that are supposed to be linebackers on this play. You got Curse, you got Bell, you got Clark. Clark is already over here just setting the edge like a defensive end. Ain't no way he could play linebacker from there. That's not fucking linebacker play. Bell is in the mess in here where he shouldn't be, but he's reading. He read the inside zone. It's not there. He needs to bounce now and flow over to the top and meet this guy here. And Curse is doing the same thing, setting the edge, playing contain. Okay. That's bonehead, guys. That's not on the players. This is on the scheme. Look at this. Look at this.
It's crazy because like I said, I haven't had time to watch the film before now, right? But watching it within the context of what I've already heard from Dan Quinn, this is just bananas to see it presented this way because listening to him talk, you would think that, there were a couple of skills issues that he needed to coach the players up on. But all I'm seeing is I'm seeing
Bad scheme.
mismatches. I'm seeing
The
lack of
49ers are gonna
preparedness.
love us if we come out here and do this bullshit. They're gonna you're right. But I want you to pay attention though. Because watch Clark, what I just told you Clark was doing, and watch Bell on this play. I'm gonna replay this a couple times because I don't give a fuck if you're a linebacker or not. This ain't it. Now watch Clark on this one. 33, opposite side of the field. Watch where he ends up. Boop. He took him all the way to the end zone and pancaked
That
his
is
ass.
crazy.
Okay, and let's watch that again. Clark, watch it. 73 meets him at the line of scrimmage. Clark does not disengage and go get the ball. He just gets carried and slammed and hurt. He's injured now. Okay. Now watch Bell. Bell's now getting sealed off by this guard that snuck out. Right. Watch Bell. Bell, same thing. Whoop, out of there. Did you see that? Let's watch Bell again. Watch him again. 14. Sealed. Done. It's already done. Now it's even worse. Boop. He got bench press and thrown out of there. That's both your linebackers. Bench press. Now the other guy you have playing linebacker in Curse. Boop. It came your side. You can't get rid of this center because your linebacker's job is to get rid of guards, centers, fullbacks, so on, right? It's not like this guy's pulling. He right here in front of you. Now, a true defensive end or a true linebacker or even Micah Parsons, you're supposed to kill this guy. Curse, I don't blame for not being able to kill this guy because he ain't supposed to be on him anyway. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. And I don't blame Wanye. Wanye missed the tackle, but your safety ain't supposed to have to make the tackle there, fellas. Now, this is the first rep that Evans gets to play in the worst position that we've been in all day against the personnel that is designed to run power right at him anyway. On top of that, Clark is hurt. Okay. This is his first rep that he got to play. Boop. First play, Evans. Watch 32. First play. Boop. Is our first stop behind the line of scrimmage. Is his first play. Let's watch this again. First play is our first stop behind the line of scrimmage. Let's watch these two guys. I don't care what you say. I haven't seen that happen to Evans in his career. I have not seen that happen to him on any play. He might miss, but that happens to everybody. But I have not seen that happen to Evans on any play. All right. Even on this play, it's a touchdown given up, but that's only because they're on the goal line. He gets to the gap still, but they're on the goal line. So he gave up a touchdown on that one. Look at this. Look at this. And even Micah right there. Look at Micah. Micah just reaching. Now, let's watch. First of all, let's watch Wanye because Wanye is the only one running at a speed that looks like he wants to hit something. So look at Wanye, number 30 out here in space. Watch him. Look at everybody else and look at his pursuit versus everybody else's. Boop. Wanye and D-Law, who shouldn't even be on that play. Look, D-Law's over here. Wanye's all the way back here. How do they beat you to the ball? Watch Wanye and D-Law's effort. D-Law's blocked all the way over there. Wanye is over here. Both of them make it to the ball carrier. Get the fuck out of here. Now, that's effort on the player side. That's horrible. They don't know where they're going on this play, number one. So as soon as he flips now, right? Now, when he flips, watch it. When he flips, they go fast. But watch this. The reason I say he flips now, watch this. Crazy, man. I wish I had my breakdown because I had all this cut up already. This is annoying. But see, listen, the reason he flips is because he got numbers over here. So he said, I ain't gonna run a counter back towards D-Law or Mozzie and Clark. I'm not gonna do that. And even though Bell's over there, we don't want to run at Bell over here because he got help. Bell gonna run free because these two guys are gonna soak up all three of those blocks, and it's gonna be a problem. So we want to run this counter, but we're gonna run it to the small side of the field, right? Already. Bell and Clark are gonna switch because Bell is supposedly, I guess, the shutdown guy for Cook. So he's supposed to be covering him in man. So Bell's going to have to switch here late. Bell switches, right now. Boom. Okay. So if you're looking at this play in your Bell, right? First off, Micah all the way over here, right? He's playing contain. You got your best player playing contain. But if you're Bell, front side, you're good. Everybody's good. You got Clark running free. Bell can either shoot this gap if he wants. You know what I'm saying? He could have shot this gap. But you need to be playing off the hip of Osa because everybody else, the front side action, everybody else is in good position if he keeps this play front side. He could either come right at you up this gap or he can shoot back. He can cut this back. But schematically, Bell shouldn't be here, number one. Micah should either be here and Evans should be here, especially after the play Evans just made. Evans is off the field. Evans is off the field again. And now we have Bell and Clark in here, right? And Micah over there in La La Land because he don't belong over there. Micah belong where the action is, not playing contain on no goddamn quarterback. He not. Now I know I'm not reading the comments. Y'all probably pissed off at me, but I'm pissed off today, man. This is corny. Now watch what happens here. Boom. Front side, they're good. Boom. Bell didn't shoot that. Like I said, you're supposed to shoot that. If you're going to go over there, don't flow. You don't need to flow. You got help. Those guys are over there already. So if he decides to run this ball outside, then that's not your play to make. You either need to go right now, undercut that guard, stop his feet, or hit this running back in the gap. You can't pussyfoot right here, Bell. Pussyfoot's waits, get sealed out there. Parsons is over there for contain. He breaks your contain. And now, like I said, Wanye and D-Law have to make that play. I don't know what this play is. This is why I say I'm just a YouTuber, and this is common sense to me, Jazz. I do not think, and I think it would be flawed if they run an inside zone over the center or outside zone to D-Law. I don't think they're doing that. I don't think they're going to do that on this play. What I do think they're going to do, though, is run right over here where you got 4 little guys. Well, 5, because you got Wilson over here, too. I don't think they're running front side. I don't. I don't even know what happens on this play. Oh, they actually ran front side. But what happened? This is what happens when you run at these dudes. Don't run it. They're not going to run at them because this is what happens, right? I didn't think they were going to do it. But look, they run at D-Law. Oh, what happened?
I mean, you were right that they shouldn't have.
They did it, but I didn't think they were doing it because of that. That's how you play run as a defensive end. Micah does not make those types of plays as a defensive end, but nor should he. But let's watch what our linebackers are doing on this play because they didn't make the play. Bell, he got in there. He could have hit him. Where's Clark? I didn't see Clark. Where's Clark? Let's watch what Clark does. I don't know what Clark does on this play. Where's Clark? Just standing there. That's a QB sneak. I ain't gonna talk about no QB sneak. I don't care about that shit. I ain't like the way we aligned on the QB sneaks, but oh well. You can clearly see who Cooks is targeting. Let's watch this. They forced the switch. They know what we doing. Now watch who he looking at. Watch who he looking at the whole time. He reading who? Bell.
Bell.
What happens? Yeah. Watch this again. You know they ain't running again at D-Law, who gets rid of his D-Law doing the best he can, man. Everybody's coming at D-Law on this game. I don't know why. D-Law doing the best he can right here. Look at this. You know they running a counter or inside. Boom. D-Law does the best he can on that play. Good stop by the defense overall. Here's another QB sneak to the B gap. Right at Bell. Right at Bell.
I didn't
Right
know
through.
people were coming at D-Law. I
Yeah,
didn't.
somebody
I didn't
said
realize
something to
that.
me about D-Law not setting the edge properly. I said, yo, get out of here. Now
Right,
look
but
at
there are
Bell.
so many
Bell.
situations where he had to leave that responsibility so that he could make a bigger play. Like, I don't think that's his fault.
You know what
And
don't
and
happen to
it's
linebackers? You know what don't happen to linebackers? This.
what?
Watch Bell.
Um,
Watch Bell. He's not a linebacker. He met the quarterback in the hole and got ran over like a Mack truck. That don't happen to linebackers, man. That does not happen to linebackers. Now they get hit. Dak will lower his shoulder and hit you, but you're going down. You're not gonna run through him like he's not there. And it wasn't like he had an arm tackle. You got a body on that man, and he just ran straight through you, Bell. Because Bell need a running start to crack you. He can't crack in the gap like that. He's not. That's just not him.
so
They
is
go with
that
that
what
speed.
Dan Quinn was talking about when he said they were having trouble tackling? He was
I
talking about
guess.
mismatches like that.
No, he ain't say nothing about no mismatch. He ain't talk about mismatch. he talk about himself because the mismatch he would have been talking about himself. He ain't mentioned that. He ain't gonna mention that because he know that's his ass. So watch the edge over here. Let's watch Curse and Da. Curse, that's your play. Da and Curse are in the same gap, which they shouldn't be. Da and Curse. Now Curse is in the B. This is his gap in here. So if Da is going in here, if you're gonna crash this, Curse need to replace him in the C. One of y'all got C gap contained. One of y'all. Who? I'm pretty sure is Da. I think because Curse looked like he was lost on what was going on. No, it's DA. Yeah, that's DA's gap over there. DA is supposed to be wider on this. This is DA. Yeah, this is
Yeah, I
on DA.
wouldn't guess Curse anyway because we don't normally see Curse do that kind of thing. So,
No, sometimes you'll see a guy like D Law crash into the B like hard.
mm,
And when he does that, you know that you're supposed to communicate with your linebacker and tell him like you got to replace this gap because I'm going. I'm crashing in here. I'm gonna try to make a play. So you're gonna have to stay out here and make sure that quarterback or the running back don't spill out. But DA right here, he comes too far down the line of scrimmage and he doesn't get any depth. He can break down like he's doing. That's okay. But Curse is in this gap already. You don't need to come down the line of scrimmage and break down. You need to just go upfield and break down right here. Everything that's coming is going to come right at you. Right. And now,
right,
when this lineman kicks out, if he kicks you out here, that's okay. You still got your outside shoulder here. And Curse, now that ball goes straight to Curse. Curse gets the action here, and Bell gets the action here. If you try to jump into this B gap, though, Curse is now out of position because he can't get to the C gap because he ain't supposed to be over there. He know you supposed to be there, like that right there, boom, and he gets beat. That's bad scheme and bad play by DA. Here, Fowler's finally on the field. Let's see what we doing. You got DA over here. They ain't scared of DA or Fowler, but let's see who they choose to run at. DA again. Let's see what happened on that play. Or just the other play. Yeah, it's crazy, man. I was going off. I wasn't even supposed to be on right now. I was supposed to be on tonight, but I said, man, I'm doing it now because everybody on Twitter keep talking like I'm crazy. Now I like Chauncey here. Again, I know, but count for me. How many safeties we got in this screen? How many linebackers we got behind the line of scrimmage? Count for me. You count for me. You see it? No, you can't see it. All right, so you got Curse here. You got Wanye here. You got Wilson here. You got Izzy here. You got Bell here. We got 5 safeties on the field and 1 linebacker.
that's madness.
Madness. I can't make
It
this shit up, man. What we doing? What are we doing? Now he stops him.
I mean,
Wilson does a good job of stopping him, but watch your linebacker right here. I don't blame Clark for like Clark. What the hell? Oh, look at Bell and Clark. Let's watch. Bell, boom, out of there. Clark out of there. They part like the Red Sea. They hoping that you gotta like play hero ball if you're Wilson and these guys having to come out and make a play because your linebackers definitely ain't gonna make the play. But there's your linebackers right here. They running right at this triangle here. Let's watch Mozzie. Let's see what Mozzie does. Boom. Mozzie he gets pushed. He
oh
gets pushed.
goodness.
Yeah, he gets pushed up the field. But right behind him, let's watch Clark and Bell. Bell out of there. Clark out of there. Both of these 2 are your linebackers, and they're parted like the Red Sea. Now, if Wilson doesn't do a hell of a job of shoestring tackling this guy, right? You got a lead blocker who just destroys. Who the hell is that that's rolling on the ground right there in front of him? I don't know.
Good
Let's
question.
see, Let's see what happened there. There's somebody that looked like he got hit by a car in front of him. I don't know who that is. Let's see. Oh, that's Chauncey got pushed out of there. But you got a lead blocker and nobody to block, but that running back's upfield. That's why they kept running at him. Now we got Evans back on the field finally. Let's see what happens here. Boom. Oh, Evans gets sealed inside. Boom. Yo, I love Wanye, man. Wanye comes over there. Wanye the only one that's running the hit right now. All right, so let's see. They run the D-Law side this time. Nobody's lined up. Nobody's lined up. They got 3 guys pulling outside and nobody in the C gap at all. So this isn't even a seal. You don't even have to seal because they're already sealed. D-Law's getting pushed inside. Evans reads this, but he doesn't get far enough outside over top of this. Yeah, he gets sealed, and Curse is just pushed out of there, and Wanye comes in and makes a play. Evans is back off the field again. Good job by Bland. But look at this here. So Micah's inside. Curse is on the edge as I don't know what. Maybe he's I guess he a linebacker on this play. He's covering somebody, I guess, on this play. But they ain't running over here. You got D-Law over here. You got Mozzie over here. You got Osa kind of in the middle of the field. But then you got Clark and Bell over here. So you got at least four. You can count Osa as fifth, but they ain't running over there. I know they ain't running over there before the play start. Let's watch where Clark is. Clark, what is this? See what I'm saying? What are we doing? What are you reading? Look at this. What is he reading? And he jogging. I don't see it. What is he reading? Tell me I'm crazy. I
wish I
thought he was
could.
blitzing the way he stepped up there like he saw something. So if you're going to shoot it, shoot it. If you ain't going to shoot it, read it. Let's watch Micah and Clark. Oh, yeah, because that's where we need Micah. Come on, man. That is not where we need Micah. People are crazy. Look at Micah on this play. Why would he be in? I don't see it. Against run, he's not a defensive end that stops the run as a defensive end. That's not him. That's the first time they broke contain. If maybe they bitching about that play, that's the first time they broke contain on D-Law the entire game. They ran a D-Law outside, and he almost makes the play. Boom. First time they broke contain on D-Law. Let's watch it from this angle. Clark again, pussyfoot. Watch this. Tell me he's running full speed out here, and he knows what's going on. Watch Clark. Jogging. Oh. He jogging. How is a defense? Look at who makes it to the ball before Clark. All right. This is Nev here. You're the linebacker. You either going to blow this up like a fucking anvil or get outside and chase this down. But you can't do neither. And you damn sure can't have Nev outrunning you to the ball when you have the head start. Look at Nev. Look at Clark. Nev beats you to the ball. That's bad, man.
One thing that I have noticed, and I haven't really been watching for this on every single play, but I know there was a time where Micah's presence would distract people. Like they would put people on Micah just because he was there. Like we don't know what he's gonna do. We gotta make sure we do something. And what I'm seeing with the Bills a lot of times they're ignoring him completely, and they'll like
Because they're
run away
not,
from him.
yeah, they'll run away from
But
him. That's why.
but
Or they'll run right at
it's
him with
like
power.
right, and it's like it's almost like I don't want to make assumptions about Dan Quinn, but it's almost like he kept waiting for Micah's presence to take up those resources. And the Bills were just like, we don't have to do that. Like, we're faster than you. We're bigger than most of you. We're not going to play that game. Like, we're going to dictate how this goes. You're not about to move Micah around like a chess piece and make us do something. We're going to dictate how this goes, and you're going to have to figure out how to stop us. And if you don't, we're going to run all over you.
We're going to run right at you.
And so, like, I feel that stuff like that makes me think that it wasn't just adjustments in this game that need to happen. Dan Quinn needs to adjust to how people are looking at his defense now. Like, kind of in the same way that, like, with the tush push, people are figuring out ways to not have to deal with it at all. People are doing the same thing with Micah Parsons. People have gotten sick of Micah Parsons beating up people, knocking them down, getting through them, embarrassing them, turning them into highlight reels. And they're like,
Well,
we're going to figure out a way to not deal with you at all. We are.
That's my point in saying that Micah should be linebacker, because when you can't get rid of a guy who can flow sideline to sideline and who you're funneling all the traffic to. The middle of the field, it's a reason why Dak Prescott screams out, 26 is the mic, 22 is the mic. Because when you find the middle linebacker, you know where the defense is centered, you know where their center point is, and you could now set your protections based on that, right? So if Micah's at the middle linebacker position, teams have to account for him in the middle of the field. Usually your center and your guards are not your best pass blockers. They're your run blockers. Your best pass blockers get paid the big money, left tackles and right tackles, respectively, because they have to stop pass rushers. But when you have a pass rusher that can also play linebacker and line up in the middle of the field, and then you have pass rushers who are first-round talents, like Sam Williams, a first-round talent, who just got pushed to the second round because of his attitude and his actions. So you got Sam Williams and you got Dante Fowler, who are first round talent pass rushers. Okay. You got D Law. Okay. You got DA, who are second round talent pass rushers. Okay. When you have that on your team with Osa, who's playing well from the three tech, you got that on your team. All you need to do to make those guys better is put Micah in the middle of the field, because now when you're pinching in the middle, meaning you either slide your running back to protect the middle, or you slide your fullback, you slide your tight end, you're pinching the guard and the guards to help the center out, because Micah's standing where you see Clark at right now. Then the guys on the edge don't have to even pass rush a whole man, or they're not getting double teamed. They're pass rushing against half a man, because those tackles are out there alone, because they're pinching, the guards are pinching to try to help the center. See what I'm saying? Even if Micah's not even blitzing, he can just stand there and that happens. So if to your point, if you're trying to create a mismatch, that would be the way you do it, by putting Micah in the middle of the field, because now they have to account for him there. And guess what else they can't do? They can't run. It don't matter if you got a big guy in front of them or not. Now you can have those plays where you don't have a true one tech on the field when Mike is doing that. You know what I'm saying? But to do what we keep doing, to me, is just stubborn on Dan Quinn's part. And we keep coming out with, no matter what, there's 4 or 5 safeties on the field. And he started this. This isn't new. He started this with Neal. He went and got Neal and played him at linebacker, who's not a linebacker. Okay, it started there, and now you're still doing it, and it's not working. I can see it was working, and then he didn't even do this in Atlanta. You had Deion Jones and Aloku. Those are 2 linebackers, real linebackers. Why you come here doing this shit?
Well, Dan Quinn's been very big on position flex, and he's had some success with it. So I can see why he might want to experiment with it a little bit more. But I think you have to be honest about when it's not working. Position flex works because of the type of players that you have. It's not something that you can just ask anybody to do. So to further support your point, I think, even if you're nervous about, where you're putting Micah Parsons, we at least know what he's capable of. So it's worth a try, right? It's worth a try to make that shift, as opposed to continuing to do this
The,
and
the
keep getting
reason
these results.
the reason I argue against the try is because people are forgetting it. Like, a lot of people, you know how you get that first high. Well, not like we're druggies. I'm just saying, like, people get that first high and they chase it. Everybody's chasing that first dopamine experience. Everybody's chasing. They're talking about Micah Parsons being an all-world beater type of player, but they don't realize that the last 2 seasons he's been playing more and more defensive end. Right. The the
Right.
the Micah that we all fell in love with was a middle linebacker. It's not something you have to try. That his best game. Can you do you remember? Well, I'll point to it. Micah Parsons' best game was his rookie year against Minnesota. Nobody can find a better game in Micah Parsons' career. None. He had sacks. He played all over the line of scrimmage. He had pass breakups. He covered Dalvin Cook and shut him down. That's his best game ever. It was from a linebacker position. So to say that we're trying it, we're not trying it. This is where he plays his best ball. That's where he plays his best ball.
So what you're saying.
Boom. All right. So now you got Micah sitting here playing contain. And you got Clark just sitting here reading what? Micah not even, I don't know if he was sick or what, but he wasn't even running full speed on that. He just like jogging. But look, let's watch it again. Ball's going right at him. He jumps inside. What? No. See what I'm saying? This ain't it. So this is the experiment that's not working. Putting him back a linebacker is not the experiment. This is the experiment. He's not a defensive end. He can play defensive end on third down, but in run downs, he's not a run stopper from the edge. Never has been and will never be. Because you're just gonna run, they're just gonna block him, double team him on the outside, and they're gonna hope that he tries to use his athleticism to get around you and take himself out of position, which he does here.
Yeah.
Boom. Out of position. Done. You're done. That's on Micah right there. But he's not supposed to be there. Not supposed to be there.
And you
You
can kind
should.
of tell Cook was waiting for it too. Like he timed his burst for exactly when that happened.
Yeah, he waited. Yeah, he know what he was getting. There's a pass rush. He good there, but that should be done on third down. Should be done on third down. Here he is in the middle of the field, standing up. Let's see what happens. Guy comes free. Oh, that was a hell of a play. I remember this play. That was like that was the dagger. You know what I'm saying? Still good pass rush, good with him in the middle of the field. But this is where Diggs just, I don't know what the hesitation was for on Bland's part, but he beats Bland on that with the one-hander, and that's that. You know what I'm saying? But he's standing up in the middle of the field here. I done screamed myself out, man. But guys like Fowler and those guys, they could him and Sam Williams can play edge while Micah plays in the middle of the field, just like you saw there. Now here again. Now they say, oh, we can't stop the run. Okay, where are you running the ball on this play? Where would I run the ball? Where would anybody run the ball on this play? Well, you wouldn't run a counter back at D-Law. You wouldn't run a counter back at Bell because that's where Bell's standing. But when you look to the front side of this play, where Clark is or where everyone else is, opposite D-Law, you see nothing but space to the end zone. And that's exactly where the ball ends up. This is crazy to say that this isn't a schematic issue. You can see it. Look. Oh, I wonder how that happened. That's crazy shit. Look at this. Okay. So you got this side of the ball. You got your best pass, run stoppers over here. You got fucking Chauncey over here next to D-Law don't need Chauncey over here. You should put Osa over here. But either way, Chauncey should be over here, and you should have someone else who can actually stop the run at linebacker like Evans. Not even over here. I don't like the alignment at all because Clark should be in the middle of the field. In the middle of the field. This is a schematic issue. Nobody can tell me any different. Look where they run. They seal off Osa immediately, and then they're coming to seal to kick Clark out. That's where the hole is right now. That's where the hole is going to be. You could come at D-Law if you want to. D-Law's doing his job. You can come at Chauncey if you want to. He's doing his job. The ball ain't coming his side. You can come at Mozzie if you want. But nobody's forcing the action back at these guys. So they don't have anything to do on this play. Nothing. Nobody's forcing the action back at them. Now, Clark, what he can do, because this guy's big, but your best bet right now is to chop his legs out. That's it. But he ain't going to set the edge because he ain't a defensive end anyway. Boom. Out of there. That's easy. That's easy as hell. That's easy. Now let's watch. Let's watch Bell. We already saw what Clark didn't do. Let's watch Bell. It's easy. And I don't blame Bell. So I'm not beating up Bell. You a safety. And he's a hell of a good safety. No problem. But he ain't a linebacker. He ain't a linebacker. That was a good undercut right there. Just like I just told you what Clark could have did on that last play, which is, like I said, cut this guy's legs out and stop the ball so Mozzie can make that play. Bell knows that. Bell knows I'm not big enough to take these guys on head on. What does he do? He cuts his fucking legs out and chops the play down because that's what you have to do when you're the smaller man. Hey, man. That ball came straight to him. Good run stop, but the game pretty much the hell over. We got a little quick second. I got a couple more things I want to look at. Good run fit here by the front line. And we got Evans on the field. Is Evans going to have anything to do on this play? No. What's Clark doing on this play? Evans and Clark in the middle of the field. Who was that got beat up front? Oh, that was Curse. Let me see. Curse blitzes. Oh no, that was Wanye that missed that tackle up front. All right. Yeah, but nothing. All right, let me come back real quick. But yeah, y'all see why I've been watching the film and I've been pissed off because that's what we've been looking at. And when I say that, people on Twitter talking like I'm crazy, I'm like, yo, these dudes they're not playing linebacker, not Clark, not none of them. I see a lot of y'all in the comments. I appreciate that. Sorry, I couldn't give everybody a shout out. I wasn't on the screen. They said Micah wants to stay on the edge because he's chasing a bigger payday. He needs to go back to middle linebacker, Penn State days, as well as care about wins right now just as much as a payday. I think you could do both. I agree with you. He's chasing a payday, but I think you could definitely do both. And here's why: you pay a player based off his productivity. If you can show me another middle linebacker who can pass the who rush the passer the way Micah can, then you could pay a middle linebacker the way you're going to pay Micah at middle linebacker. So if Micah breaks the bank as a middle linebacker, no problem, because every middle linebacker can't get you 13 sacks a season. So if they want to complain, like if Fred Warner's like next season to the 49ers, I want Micah Parsons money, then give me Micah Parsons productivity. Otherwise, the gap will remain. You know what I'm saying? From a defensive end position, Micah is a good defensive end, great defensive end. He's not the best defensive end, so he's not even. He shouldn't even get top money. He's not a Myles Garrett or a T.J. Watt. He's not the best outside linebacker. He's not the best defensive end. Those guys are the best outside linebacker and defensive end, respectively, right? And I'm not disrespecting Micah by saying that. I think those guys are just better at their position as an edge rusher because they can stop the run and they can also pass rush from the edge, right? Micah's just the edge rusher from on third downs at the edge at this point. But as a middle linebacker, Micah is better. He's the best defensive player in the league as a middle linebacker. He's not. Fred Warner may be able to cover better, slightly better. He can't move better, but he can cover better. But he can't pass rush. Myles Garrett may be able to pass rush and stop the run better at defensive end, along with T.J. Watt, but they can't play middle linebacker. Micah at middle linebacker can do things that no other middle linebacker and no other defensive end can do. So to say that he shouldn't be a middle doesn't make any sense to me when his best plays have always been from the middle. I'm going to prove that one more time because I know I need to keep running this home and running it back because nobody believes shit until, smack them in their face. So hold on, let me remove this video. And I'm going to go to the channel. Let's see. Let's go find it. Well, first let's do the live of I'm gonna do a live of my guy Evans. Where's Evans at? I did a whole live on Rashaan Evans. Let's do Rashaan Evans real quick. I got about 20 minutes. We seen Micah film. Let me do Rashaan Evans real quick. I'm going to present this in 1 second, guys and gals. Now we can look at this while we talk. Let me go back to this other screen and present this real quick. Where is it? Hold on a second. Escape from here. There we go. Let me go back to StreamYard and make sure I'm sharing it. All right. Stop sharing. There we go. Present. Share screen. And window. Rashaan Evans. There we go. Now we're sharing it. All right, here we go. Now I got it. Let me go back over to Rashaan Evans' screen, blow it up. Get rid of this.
My bad. I had to find my charger.
No, you're all good.
One thing I will say about the whole Micah Parsons pay situation, I don't know how much this comes into play, but I do know sometimes league executives are under pressure to kind of stick to the range that players are supposed to get per position because of how pay can affect things like salary cap and the market as a whole.
I get that.
I don't know if he's trying to circumvent all of that. But
I mean, I understand all of that, but I want to win. I'm all about that. But find a way to make him happy and make this team play at its best. To say that you take a guy out of position because he wants to get paid more, you know what I mean? Everybody want to be a quarterback. Everybody want to get paid more. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course. But so what? Is that where you play best at? Look at this play. Like, I just put this play out here by Rashaan Evans, man. This is craziness. Like, Rashaan is a psycho. And to say that he's not a better middle linebacker, I haven't seen one rep. Now, he don't even make this play. This ain't the play either. This ain't the play. It was the next play, probably. Here's the next play. But I'm like, he don't even make the play. He just going, he sees the pulling fullback, and he going to go kill him. He going to see the lead back and just blow him up. Boom. Damn, I got people blowing me up something crazy. All right, watch 54 on this play. Just watch this. I got a couple minutes. I got to go pick up my daughter in a second. But watch 54 on this play. He just comes down there and blows shit up. I haven't seen one rep that look like that from any of our guys that play linebacker right now. But I know both Micah and Evans are capable of this. This isn't like 3 seasons ago. This is last year. Everybody's like, well, obviously Tennessee ain't won them because the linebacker position is undervalued now. Like they no longer paying crazy money to linebackers. He wanted money. He hit the free agency market. He lost. He went to the Eagles. Oh, he went to the Falcons. Took a deal. You know, played his ass off. Got 159 tackles, 10 tackles for a loss, 2 forced fumbles, 1 fumble recovery, 4 pass breakups, and some pressures and blitzes. Excuse me. And he didn't get the money he wanted, so he was going to retire. He played for the Eagles. He didn't want to play behind, N'Kobe Dean, which I wouldn't either because he's better than Dean. So he said, "Fuck it, cut me. I don't want to play." But this is what they cut. They didn't cut a guy who was like old on the field or who was tired looking or, you know what I mean, slow. They cut a guy who was running around like his hair was on fire. You know what I mean? This is what we had in Evans. This is what we have in Evans, I mean. And this is what he was last season against the 49ers, who've been whooping our ass. You know what I mean? He's been playing, to me, good football. Now, he didn't make every play on there on this film, and this is like long film, so I'm not gonna get through all of it. But he showed me when I spent hours, like I spent like 8 hours watching this dude's film. So when y'all think that I'm just saying Evans can play middle linebacker, Evans, y'all, I heard somebody say they miss LVE today. Evans is a first round talent that is better than LVE, who's had better seasons than LVE has ever had. Ever had. Y'all say, oh, LVE made the Pro Bowl the first season. I don't know how, but his first season was not better than last season from Evans at all. Not even close. In 5 seasons, LVE has 12 tackles for loss in the 5 seasons he's played since he's been drafted. Now, this is how bad it is. You know how many tackles for loss Evans has in those same 5 seasons? 56. It's not even close. Not even close. To me, that's insane. I'm gonna put this on the screen and make it a little bigger because this view is just not it. You see, boom. Yeah, a little bigger. Not much. Not much. But yeah, I done screamed myself out, man. I'm tired. But they gotta see this. I want everybody to just make sure Dan Quinn understands. I'm talking to other people. Y'all can watch this film. Y'all know what's going on. Just watch 54. 54 running around and doing this thing, man. All these little safeties on the field, and y'all talking crazy like they can't, like the Cowboys defense ain't playing right. It's the scheme. The scheme is not right. You don't need that many safeties on the field at one time all the time. You can do that. You could do that, but come on, man. They talk like and then people were saying Mozzie and those guys weren't playing right. I'm like, come on, fam. How? And I'm not even trying to defend Mozzie. Like, what are we talking about?
Were you talking about edibles during this or something?
Why you say that?
All these comments popping up are about edibles. Like, what is happening?
Oh, I didn't know they must have went in on edibles. I don't know what. Maybe when I said chasing the high, they all talked about edibles or something. I don't know. Oh, on this live, yeah, we were talking about edibles. That's not this live. That's me and Law when we was on that live. We was talking about like I don't remember why we was talking about edibles though. We was talking about trees, something crazy. So all the comments was like, yeah, high as shit. That's not this comment. Those are the comments that you see from the YouTube video I'm showing. The comments in this video ain't
Yeah, I
that.
figured. I was just confused because I'm like, we
Yeah,
looking at
yeah, that's
Evans.
the old
They
one.
talking about edibles.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one. Let me fast forward to the parts that I liked from Evans in this video. Let me see, because it was parts that I was like banging with.
I really hope we see more evolution from that standpoint. Um,
What's that?
you know, just from the standpoint of how to use the people that we have in the right ways. Um, you know, there's a lot that I need to watch in order
Mm-hmm.
to give like a full fleshed out opinion on it. But just from what I've seen so far, from what I've heard so far,
Mm-hmm.
um, I'm thinking or maybe hoping that Dan Quinn is just in a place where maybe he just didn't want to say everything because it's
Hey,
Monday.
hopefully.
Maybe he
But
still
he
had
ain't
some
seeing
some
everything.
things to think
He still
about.
got to tell me why Evans ain't on the field when he does shit like this on film. Like, look at that. Boom. That's nice. That's beautiful play. So I get it, but you still keep pulling this guy off the field to put guys on the field who clearly on film aren't they have that was a horrible game of film for both those guys, both Clark and Bell. Horrible game. That's probably their worst game that I've seen those two play as a unit.
And
Like,
and I think that's another way that I'm hoping for evolution because I cannot answer the question of why he made that decision. There's nothing that makes that obvious. I'm like, is it something that happened in practice? Is there some sort of politics involved?
it's politics.
Because he didn't do anything that would suggest to me that there was a reason to take him out of the game unless, he's on a limited snap count for some reason that hasn't been revealed. So I'm just like, okay, whatever it is, let's get that out the way and let's focus on winning, you know?
Shit. They ain't doing it. They ain't doing it. But, I digress. Let me see. I think I went to some Baltimore footage too. Yeah, I did. Yeah, this is him versus Baltimore. Like it was just crazy. I was watching this guy play, and I'm like, I didn't know who that. It's not like I'm like trying to make a name for the guy. Like I didn't watch Evans play or something. Like I like him. I don't know who he is. I just watched this film when we first signed him and was like, oh shit, this guy. Oh yeah, I like him. You know what I'm saying? So that's where it came from. It had nothing to do with me wanting to see Evans play just because I'm a fan of his or something. I'm a fan of the film. And when I watched the film, what I saw on the film was like, okay, if he can come here and do some of that, not even every play, but just give me some of this, I'm okay with it. Sorry for the ads. So let me skip this in a second. Boom. Let me see what we do here. Go find the ball aggressively. Let's see this play. Find the ball, stop the ball. Even when he's not stopping the ball, he's stopping the pulling guard. He's just getting rid of guys and knocking the
Do
shit out
you
of people.
think that because of how aggressive he is, that they're having trouble figuring out how to fit him in with everybody else? I don't know. I'm trying to make this make sense. I'm like, maybe he just hasn't decided how to use him or something.
Look at
I
this.
don't
Look at
know.
this. Look, finesse and linebacker. I feel you though, but finesse. If you got a finesse, if finesse and linebacker are in the same sense for you, it's a problem. It's a problem. Look at this play that he just made. Okay, let's watch this again. Like you shouldn't have a problem if your linebackers are evil and mean. Let's watch 54 on this play. Look at this. Boom. Get out of here. Got rid of the tight end like he wasn't even there. Make the fucking tackle. That's all I need to see a linebacker doing. That's what you're supposed to be doing at linebacker. And this is why he had
Exactly.
159 tackles. So I don't have a problem with anything I'm seeing on film. I don't see reps like this from our guys. I don't see them. You'll see Bell when he's untouched because they're not even, they're not able to hit him. You see him get out of there and do some things. I like that. But you don't see any of that right there. He didn't even make the play on this play. Watch the tight end come in and try to deal with. This is what's supposed to happen when your tight end or anybody that's not a guard, even sometimes when the guard does it. This is what's supposed to happen to him, though, when they hit your linebacker. Get him the fuck out of here. Like he gets rid of him like a little boy. Like, I don't see our guys doing that to tight ends or fullbacks. They're getting pushed down the field by tight ends and fullbacks. Or they're just standing there holding their position. That's not what I want. I want you to kill. Like, go kill. Like this here. That play, he don't even make the play. Watch what he did to the guard on this play. He don't make this play. Watch 54 on this play. And watch what he does to the pulling guard. Remember I said that Clark is supposed to cut that guy off? Boop! Hit him in his mouth and force the ball back inside to the rest of your guys. That's what you're supposed to be doing. And when I see this on film, I'm like, okay, let's let him do that then, because that's what he does. I don't got a problem with him not making every play. Let me see what you're doing when you're not making them, though. He ain't make this play either. But one thing I saw on every play, he knew where the ball was going, and he's running full tilt. Right? Boop. He know where the ball going. He's running full tilt. I think he took the wrong shoulder on that play, but I can live with that. I can tell you, say, okay, well, next time I want you to attack that with your inside shoulder so you can keep your outside shoulder free. That's all. That's coachable. But the shit that we're doing is soft. It's soft. And ain't no excuses for it. Ain't no excuses for that. Every time, every rep that I'm watching right now in this Baltimore game, every time, and Baltimore's a run-heavy team, every time he's setting the tone and he's doing the hitting. Every time, even when he's not making a play. Look at this. 54 again. Set the tone. Bop. He don't make that play. Just set the edge and force the ball back into the rest of his guys. And they make the play. Cool. But you force the cut. You stop the feet and you force the cut from that running back. But that's all I want to see our guys doing. And if they were doing it, I don't have a problem with Evans being on the bench. But when they're not doing it and he's on the bench and then he comes in and the first play that he makes is one of the splash plays, I got a problem with that. I got a problem with that. And then you take him off the field, I got a problem with that. I got to go get my daughter to see a couple more plays real quick before we get to that. Go ahead, keep going.
But yeah, that's the thing. He is doing that whenever he shows up for us. And so that's why I'm just like really trying to make sense of him not being used in that way. Because our guys, a lot of times they do look hesitant. I don't want to use the word scared, but like they do look hesitant, like they're uncertain of what's about to happen and what they need to do. Not all the time, but a lot of times. And I do feel like we need this sort of tone setter in the game. And it just makes zero sense to me that he's
Quinn
not
doesn't
getting
like
more.
linebackers for some reason. I don't know what it is. Like, why don't you like your line? You don't like natural linebackers? They make you look good. There go a play right there behind the line of scrimmage. He got 56 tackles for loss. 56 in 5 years. I mean, he's averaging 11 tackles for loss every season. Every season. LVE, who they screamed to get back here. Even Dan Quinn has said, we miss him. He has 12 in 5 seasons. 12 tackles for loss in 5 seasons for a middle linebacker is insane. Micah Parsons got more than that in his first season. One season. And you can clearly see in this one game, I've seen more action from Evans in one game than I've seen from most of our linebackers behind the line of scrimmage at that all year. Here's another one. It's crazy to me. Watch 54. Go get the ball. Like, I haven't seen that.
And when you think about things like how Cook was like looking directly at Marquise Bell, like, let me see where you are, because that's where I'm going. Like,
Yeah,
nobody's
wherever
gonna
you
do that.
I'm running right at you. Don't nobody do that to
Nobody's
Ray
gonna do that to
Lewis.
this guy.
Nobody do that to Roquan Smith. Like, we gonna find Roquan Smith and
Exactly.
run at him. No, we not. No, we not.
Exactly.
Like,
Nobody's gonna do that to this guy, and that's what I want to see more of.
Look at this play. Now, now he don't make this play. He makes the play, but he don't make the tackle, right? This don't even count towards his 159 tackles. But why did this play? Why did these guys in the middle have a shot to make the play? Remember how I said sometimes you run away? Look, they run away from those guys, right? What does he do? He get up, Phil, stop his feet, and just destroy that guard that tried to attack, that tried to block him. Like, he blows shit up, man. He blows shit up. That's
That's
all I
right
want
there.
you to do. Be a missile. That's it. Go blow shit up. Let me see one more. I'm about to be late to go to what I'm doing or whatever. You better be mad. Hey, Dad, where you at? That was coverage. I want to see more run. $54. Oh, I jumped. Where did I jump to? Yeah, I don't know what I did on that play. Let's see. Boo! Look at that shit. We don't got nobody doing no shit like that. Look at this.
No.
Look at this. Boo! Again, right in the mouth. That's how you stop the. Look at this, man.
The closest thing the
Clark
Cowboys
and
have to that right now is when D-Law plays hero ball, but we've already talked about the
or
risks of
when
playing hero ball.
but Micah and Evans can do that right there. Both of them can do that. Clark and Bell cannot do that. They can't do this. Look at this. Come on, man. That's it. He don't even make that tackle, but he made the play. Once again, like, that's what I'm talking about. He did that. I already counted like 5 or 6 of them in this one game. This is just one game. This is not multiple games. This is one. He put on a clinic in tape, and he's a first-round draft pick from Alabama. That's all I need. That's all I need to see, man. I don't know why I started jumping on this one. He made this tackle, though. Let's see what happens here. Read it, go. Gets rid of the blocker like he ain't even there and makes the tackle, man. He ain't waiting for no contact. He ain't getting hit. Come on, man. People who say I'm crazy or Evans ain't it, or it's a reason they let him go. It's a reason they don't want to pay him. They don't want to pay him that kind of money. I get that. That's a scramble. He ain't got nothing to do with this play. All these goddamn commercials. Come on, AKOYE, with these commercials, man. What's up with you, bro?
They're really trying to get folks to pay for YouTube.
That's another coverage play.
Well, I also need to run in a minute.
Yeah, so we can wrap up, but you already know what's up, man. This is like I said, this was a game that kind of tore me up, man. This game versus the Bills, because I never seen that much stubbornness, in life. I haven't seen that, man. That doesn't make
Agreed.
sense. They said Evans right now on limited snaps has 3 tackles for loss right now on our team. He don't even play. He would have 10 if he played.
Right.
That's fucking crazy.
That's bananas.
He said, how recent is this film? This is last season, TP. That's last year. He never got injured. He played all 17 games that had 159 tackles last year. That's last year versus Atlanta. That's last year. He never got hurt. Nothing happened to him. So I don't get it. But yeah. Craziness. Jazz, I appreciate you jumping on. I know I'm jumping on again. I know we were supposed to jump on late and do a private session, a film session or whatever, but I said I had to jump on. And I knew if I was jumping on early, I might not jump on late, and I didn't want you to feel like I was just saying, fuck it, I wasn't going to do it. So I said, hey, man, let's do it now. And I know this ain't the same, but I'll jump on again. I actually do have to jump on tonight, so I will jump on with you because I got to prepare for Skywalker Still show tomorrow. So I'll be on tonight at some point. I'll hit you up and let you know what. All right. Appreciate it.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank y'all for jumping on, man. What's up, Matt? You late, but I'll talk to y'all later, man. I gotta go get my daughter. Peace.
Bye.